Hello everybody, this is Serpent, and welcome back to another episode in Dungeonstalker. In the last episode we did something, I think it was that termite mound thing, the giant red sandstone-y thing, but I am not there at the moment. No, I'm in the previous episodes level, maybe? I don't know. Previous episode. Anyway. Point is, I'm in this place, and I have been working on it a little bit. I've put some spawners in many places, and I think I've also put in a couple traps, so I'm not going to open too many chests here, because something could go off at any moment. I'm pretty sure it's one of those things. I haven't yet put in everything, but I do know that I've put some things in. So I won't be working on this for too long. In fact, I won't be working on it at all on camera. I've been trying to keep all that loot placing stuff out of the episodes, just because it seems a little bit boring. I'll eventually do a couple, maybe 1 or 2 episodes throughout the series devoted to that. But like I said, it seems a little boring. So this is the last episode's level, and I haven't done anything with this one. So. Oh, and teleporter's missing. I haven't done anything with this one, so nothing interesting going on there. But I do have an idea for this next level. Before we get on to that, though, I would like to apologize quickly for the lack of any content coming out in the past couple days, maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. Yeah, sorry about that. I've just been rather lazily enjoying the fact that I don't have to care anything about anything. And I've been rediscovering a couple of games that I spent a long time on a while ago, and unfortunately getting a little too into them. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I'll be putting out a normal amount now, but stuff sometimes happens. So I do have an idea, like I said. And I will be trying to figure out how to make world edit work in my advantage so that I can do that idea. Now, I guess I'll explain it, then I'll explain how to do it. So I want to make a level. That was not a very difficult word, and yet. Anyway, I want to make a level that has built into it a difficult terrain aspect to it, really. Specifically, I want to have a big cliff sort of thing that you'll be clambering down as you try to get to the bottom. So maybe 1 block forward, 4 blocks down, sort of thing. And I think that'll be fun, hopefully. But I don't quite know how to do that with World Edit, because it's sort of more no, nothing bound to it. It's sort of more oriented around the even dimensions, regular polygons sort of area, and it's not quite so flexible when you want to try and do something that's very skewed in one direction, which if I'm trying to cut out a big trench, it will be. However, I can maybe I can do something like this: brush, sphere, and then air, I guess. Maybe 6. I could do this, except better, at a better angle. Although that's not awful. But yeah, I could do something like that. And now for the undo spamming, which has become as much a standard part of these episodes as making things. More frequent, in fact. Anyway, so how am I gonna do this then? My other idea was to make another one of these sort of things. So when I started out with this, it ended up being a giant sphere that I stretched out of proportion in a couple of different ways with the /sphere command, I think. So I could make a sphere that went like that, and maybe like that, and then really far down. That's an option. I think I'll try the first one first, because that'll produce something a little less regular, which it's always good to hide the regularities. See right here, it's hard to tell that it was made with about 5 spheres, and that's a good thing because terrain is generally not made up that simply. Anyway, I'll try and do something along those lines, but actually first I do have to pick out a block palette, so I'll work on that one first. So I was thinking that with this block palette thing, or with this whole level, I would try and make it seem like a really slippery, muddy sort of, well, not muddy, I don't like brown, but, you know, slippery and hard to cling on to slope that you're trying to skid your way down as you try and get to the victory wool. However, I don't know what blocks that corresponds to. So I'm guessing that since it's a cliff, it's probably gonna be a little gray. I'll get some cobblestone and maybe some andesite, because if it's really slippery, then it's probably either very smooth stone or sand-like substance. It could be smooth stone. I mean, it could be a giant diorite mountain too, but I don't like diorite enough to make a whole mountain out of it. It's not a bulk everything make it out of diorite block. It's to be used carefully. Oh, clay. Now that could work. Maybe ice every now and then. Little chunks of ice sticking out of the wall. That would be cool. I'll group those together. And maybe if we're making the whole thing out of clay, that's a slightly bluish block, and so is ice. So maybe we could keep that theme going. Not gonna make it out of that or anything. I think the concrete's a little too intense. Now that could be good. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. Anything else here? No. Okay, I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to make the mountain out of this stuff. Mostly this with that sprinkled in, and then the ice cubes are going to be entirely ice. Yes. Okay. So now I need this thing so I can select an area. I'm going to say that, and then maybe over here as well. Something like this. Alright. And then I guess I'll have to dig down a good few blocks. So maybe how many maybe 200 blocks down, or that might be a little bit excessive. Maybe 150, since you're not going to start at the very tippy top. Yeah, sure. And plop. Well, let's hope those are the right words. And freeze. A little bit of a freeze. Okay. It doesn't say anything. Oh. Okay. Way too much packed ice, just straight off the bat. Way too much. Also, a little bit too blue. That clay. Wait, hold on. Okay, it is the right color. So, yeah. Oh, lag, okay. This stuff is too blue to correspond with that. And I need a lot less packed ice. So maybe I can mix in gravel to sort of dilute the blueness. So I'll try hardened clay 3. and then maybe 3 clays, and then 1 or 2 gravel. And then packed ice is going to be diluted as a result of that as well. Let's see how that goes. Anything happening yet? I assume these lag spikes are probably at doing layers, or maybe chunks of layers. Yeah, that's a lot better. So I'm sort of assuming it. Oh, maybe I'm just getting weird lag spikes. No, okay. So I'm sort of assuming that those lag spikes is or are the computer building it up bottom up, layer by layer, or maybe chunk of layers by layers. So maybe 5 block layers but at a time. I don't know. Oh, speaking of what is this lag? It should not be doing this. It should not be continuing to do this. Hold on. Okay, I've just relogged. Hold on. Yep, lag spike. No, okay. Yeah, okay. That's a fairly clear indication. So it's lag spiking whenever I load those chunks over there, and that's because that's where all my levels are. So yeah. It doesn't. Good news is it doesn't lag at all while we're in these. Just while we're loading new ones. Oh. But this thing is in the range of that. Okay, so if I'm here and I walk over there. Okay, good. Less good. I just want to make sure that these players that we're throwing into this mess are not going to be lagging at the same time as they're trying to fight stuff. So if they're walking back victorious, then that's going to be a problem. Or if they are running for their lives through the tunnels, I think that's also going to be a problem. Yeah. So I think we're probably going to have to move this level just further off. We'll keep them in groups of 4 levels, as in all the levels of an intersection. So this pair is going to be moved. I'll end up doing that with MC Edit, I assume. Yeah, okay. Anyway, for the moment, we'll ignore that. We'll turn down our render distance so that we don't keep loading that stuff. Okay, so I was going to say before we went on that, speaking of building stuff up by levels, your computer screen and TV screen and stuff, at any given moment, only 1 pixel is a light. It's made up of one pixel at a time being lit up that's just changing so rapidly that it seems like a whole picture is there. Anyway, that was a little bit of a tangent, I suppose, but it wasn't a long one, so deal with it. Alright, so we have this thing, and I want to do what I said I would do, which is slash brush, not sheer. What should I make the radius? Maybe 15. So I'm thinking right now, if we I'm measuring with my hands on the screen, my physical hands. Yes, I do have them. So I'm sort of thinking that if we make the circle go from there to there, radius wise, or diameter wise, I mean, then we can do both sides at once. But I think that's probably a bad idea, actually, because if this side over here is slanted as we're doing that, then not only will we end up piercing through the the side of colored blocks there, but but this side over here is going to be slanted the wrong way. This is a valley sort of thing, not a whatever else. So let's turn this into 15. Actually, yeah, okay, we'll try that. So how big is that? What? Huh? Oh, okay. Yeah, error 15. Not block ID 15. Alright. Ooh, it's getting foggy. So that is probably too much, too big, because it's starting to ickify. However, let's take this thing and smooth maybe 50. Ooh. I approve. Almost. See, it's doing this. I don't like that. Oh, I accidentally clicked again. Whoa! Alright, undo. 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 Undo! Okay. And now let's fill it back in. And let's also get out before we encase ourselves. Okay, so we need a smaller circle, sphere. Maybe 7. Alright, I have the sphere 7. Let's see if that works. Yeah, it's alright. Okay. Yeah, it's alright. It's fine. I just don't know whether it's good enough. I might want to try something else. Let's see how it looks when I do another one. I realize though that I'm gradually, or not so gradually, running out of undos to fix this. But I can just fill it in again. Anyway. Yeah. Okay, I think this will work, but I do want to see how the smooth effect affects it. So let's do that. Seems to produce a very large, unfortunate error. And yeah, that as well. Okay, so that bit there is just a 7 radius sphere, and I think that's probably better even than the whatever we did previously. So I'm going to try that out over the whole thing. Yeah, okay. So also apparently my undos were unsuccessful. So I'm going to just regenerate the whole thing. So I'm going to try and make the ravine now, and it's going to be a little bit odd because I'm going to do this, right? And let's see. Sure. And it'll end up yeah, it'll end up being a little odd though, because I'm going to have to make sure that I don't leave any of the sides like that, because the smooth brush doesn't like that. Alright, let's try this then. I also regret going into the void down there. Let's turn up our render distance. 16. Okay. Alright. So is this working is the is the main question. Get down there. Let's see. So it is creating a rather steep cliff, which I like. Yeah, okay. I also like the sort of, just the sort of gradient of it. And yeah, that's basically it. Basically all there is to a cliff. How steep it is. Anyway. Yeah. So I think that's what we're going to be doing. And hopefully it'll end up looking pretty good. Okay, I'm liking how this is going, actually. I do sort of, I'm sort of starting to think that this block palette was a little bit noisy. But I think it's fine, and we've already done some stuff, so probably not going to change it. It looks pretty good, actually. It's just a little bit noisy. You can probably tell that pretty well on YouTube, though, as the bitrate gradually ceases to be sufficient. Or not so gradually. Anyway, that's so that's that side of the cliff done, but we still have to do that side and then cut out the middle and also the corners. So I'm going to try and do a corner here, and we'll see how that goes. So we do need to round it a little bit, I think, like that, and then like that. Pretty good. Alright. Maybe get rid of that. And I think that's good for this corner, actually. Pretty much, I mean. Okay, so this corner, though, was the easy one. Because the one over there actually doesn't really have enough space, I don't think. No. I should have left a lot more space here. So let's see how this one goes. I keep missing over and over again. It's a little unhelpful. Huh? Is it working? I can't tell how far down I am. That's the problem. Alright. And now maybe this bit. Okay. So since I didn't have enough space, undo. Since I didn't have enough space there, I'm running into the issue of that thing's gradient, and I'm having to sort of tilt everything that way. Hopefully that's okay. Oh wow. I really dug a deep hole there with all those misses. Okay. I think I've got it, though. I think it's okay. Look at that. It's just a giant hunk of land hovering in the middle of the air. It's kind of cool. Alright, so I'm going to... Oh. Well... That's a lot of gravel. Let's do it from the other direction. Huh? Okay. So let's try and chop that out. See, this is going to take a while. Unless I turn my brush size up. Or I do that. But no, I do think brush size turn uppage is a good idea. Alright. Oh, okay, it's only radius 7. Never mind. I thought it was 7. It's actually 5. Let's do 10. I just cut into the wall, though. Not overly noticeably, but still. Alright. Well, I think this is going to take a little while, so I'll do it off camera. Okay, so I have the valley, but I can easily tell here that with the with all of this packed ice in there, it is just so noisy. On a small scale, it's fine, but at this point, it's a little ridiculous. So I'm going to try to replace it all. I'm going to let's see, replace packed ice with, what should I replace it with though? I could do cobble or stone. Let's just try stone. Yeah, that is so much better already. Not that I don't want packed ice in the build at all. I'm going to put it in selectively with those ice clumps that we'll be doing. But just all of that at once was ridiculous, like I said. And frankly, the this stuff might also be over the top. But I don't know quite what I want to replace it with. Because I do want to keep the blue tinge to it, but that's a little too blue. Maybe if we did cyan, that might be better. Let's see. What does it actually look like? Yeah, cyan. No, that's too dark. What has blue to it, but not that much blue? Really, it's just clay, isn't it? Anything in here? Now I'm just sort of desperately looking through all the tabs with dwindling degrees of hope. Yeah. So probably nothing. More clay is really the only option. And yeah, I'm sort of at a brick wall here. I need to figure things out. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time in the episode for today. This one ran a little long, I'm afraid. So, I'm going to split it into 2 parts. The next part will come out in the next day when I would normally put up a non-SevTech episode. So that's going to be it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know in this part we didn't get a lot done, but that's sort of because I ended up talking a long time, and I sort of split the episode's progress into 2 episodes worth of blabbing. So, you know, we'll get some more progress done next episode. In any case, though, hopefully you enjoyed this one, and I shall see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.